Warning, I look naked the whole video, but I swear I am not. It's just fashion this year. It's hard for YouTube videos. Everyone, it's Emily. Today's video is gonna be me telling you how I'm failing at life. It sounds like a joke, but really, I was looking back at my reading goals for 2018 and most of them I'm like failing miserably at them, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. They were just goals that I was like wanting to try and do, and the important ones are being like are still achievable at this point, or I've already crushed them. So it's just for fun. If you like stats, you like these type of videos, definitely give it a thumbs up because I love some good stats too. So my main goal of 2018 was to read 50 books, and it was lower than last year. Last year my goal was 100 and I ended up reading 120, which was insane. But this year I put 50 because my second goal was to read big books, and I've already hit that 50. I actually already had to increase my reading goal for 2018 on Goodreads, which if you don't follow me, don't hesitate. And I'm currently, as of today, I believe I'm at 73 books completed, but actually I should count it at the end of June, so it's like halfway through the year. So 70 books out of 50. We're doing really great there. My second goal was to read big books. I did a video, if you haven't seen it, I'll link it, mentioning that my main goal this year was to read big books, books that have over 500 pages. I chose, I believe, 12, and every month I pick one from that little jar right here. Actually, here are some of the big books. And yeah, I have to read it that month, or try to, and my goal was to read at least 10 out of the 12 this year. And so far, out of the 6 first months of the year, I've read 5. So we're exactly in line to hit that 10. The only one that I didn't finish was Pandora's Stars, which I'm still planning on reading. I just got kind of sidetracked because the library decided to give me all my books pretty much at the exact same time, so I haven't been reading physical copies since. So yeah, I still am planning on finishing it. I have no idea when, because again, once I put down a book, I feel like I never pick it up again. I have like literally a pile behind this chair where I'm like shamefully in the middle of all of those books, and eventually I shall pick them up again. So technically goal 2 is also going to be attainable. But I was looking back at how many big books I read last year, and technically I finished 18 of them. So now I'm looking back at my goal of reading 10 and I'm like, girl, you can do better. Because right now, with those 5 books that were in the goal, I also read 9 other ones that were over 500 pages. So technically I'm at 14 and my goal was 10. So my goal is now to read still 10 out of the 12 that I will be picking up at the beginning of the month, each month, and having a total with those 10, 25. I think it's still achievable. And yeah, I think it's going to make things a bit more interesting because, like I said, last year I read 18, so 25 should be a little bit more difficult. One of my other goals, which I had to laugh when I was watching my video back again, one of my goals was to read more nonfiction, which I did do, but my goal was specifically to read more science nonfiction because I am dying to do so, but I feel like I never end up reading them or finishing them, and I didn't prove myself wrong there. I finished a total of 0. I started a bunch of nonfiction as audiobooks and didn't finish them. And actually, none of them was really that related to science. Actually, oh my god, no, I forgot one. Oh, thank you. I just realized I finished one. Yeah, I finished Death by Black Holes by Neil deGrasse Tyson. So that counts. I finished one. Yay! I thought I finished 0. I mean, can't say that's actually a lot, but considering I read 0 last year, maybe I have achieved that goal then. The bar is really low, as you can see, but yeah, I'm still hoping to read more than that because yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. I still need to work on that. One of my goals was also to finish more series because I don't know about you, but I'm really good at starting them and very bad at finishing them. I just never finish series. And I still want to, obviously. I don't purposely stop reading them, but I technically have finished 3 this year, although 2 of those are series that I have started this year too. I'm not counting the ones that I'm like up to date in a series and the next books are not out because I don't think it counts. Maybe it does. With that, I would add like 1 or 2 other ones, but still. I'm doing okay, I guess. I definitely want to finish more than that because so many series. I'm planning on starting a bunch of other ones. But what's the point if I don't finish anything, ever? I also wanted to read more from authors I have loved books from. I am doing that, and I'm in the middle of doing that more. However, so far it's been kind of a fail. I've been very vocal about the fact that I had loved Blake Crouch's newest books, and I had bought 3 of his books in the hope I would like them too, and out of those 3, I read 2, hated them. So, I mean, I guess I am doing that goal, but it's not going well for me. I also wanted to do more readathons and reading vlogs, and I did a total of readathon, but I did do 2 reading vlogs, so meh. Let me know your favorite readathons that are coming up, because I feel like I should do more, but I have a hard time lately to commit to specific dates to read because I've been really, really busy. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a meh. For my channel, I wanted to post 1 video a week, and I hit technically that goal, although I wasn't consistently uploading. Some month I posted 2 videos, and then another one I posted like 8. So I'm still counting it as okay because I believe I posted 35 videos in like 29 weeks or something. So I'm gonna count it as an okay. I know I've gotten a few comments of people telling me like my videos get a bit repetitive, but I want to make it official. Like, I understand that. However, I have a job, I have a main channel, and this is my second channel. And I'm also trying to have somewhat of a life and to have time to read. So unfortunately, sometimes I will be only posting, you know, my main videos that are like my TBR, what I'm planning on reading that month, and my wrap up, basically what I read that month. And if I have enough new books, then a haul video. So those are like my minimum videos that I absolutely want to do every month. And then whenever I have time, I do include like I did a beginner's guide to sci-fi, or I do a reading vlog, or I do some tags and everything. So I am trying. I'm not like purposely trying to make things bad for people. But yeah, just keep that in mind that I am doing my best. But you know, life. So yeah, if it was like my only channel and if it was my main job, I would definitely post like 3 times a week or something, but it's just not the case, unfortunately. But don't worry, I have plenty of ideas of like fun videos and things that aren't those 3 videos planned for the future. But yes, it just really depends on the amount of time that I have. My last goal before we go into all the stats that are the best part, I did a video where I mentioned the top 18 books that I want to read in 2018. I just rewatched it, and I had to laugh at how much of a fail this is. Like, this is why I'm saying that this year it's been a fail so far. Not really, but you get it. Out of the 18 books that I had listed, I read a total of 1.5. Yeah, I mean, in my defense, a few of these are books that are like just coming out now or about to. So that kind of works. Other ones are just books that I'm still intimidated by, like Hyperion. Or I started and put down, like this one. And this I'm totally blaming on my library. I've been reading The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, and I was listening to it as an audiobook. It got returned, and I just never ended up picking up the physical copy that I have and that I should. I liked it. There's absolutely no goddamn reason I'm not reading this. I don't know why I'm getting British, but yeah, I finished 1 out of 18. I'm not sure I'm gonna hit all 18 this year, but I definitely need to finish more than 1 because really. One of my goals was to try and keep it like last year. I had read pretty much exactly 50% YA adult. Not what's going on actually. Let me look at my stats because really not what's going on. Yeah, I'm currently at 74% adult and 22 YA, and I have like 1% middle grade. You know what? I'm kind of okay with it. I think last year my main issue is that during the summer I was listening to a bunch of audiobooks that were YA contemporary. It kind of got me in a slump. I was kind of getting resentful because a lot of them were really bad. I don't think that YA books are bad. I just think that there are a bunch that are, or at least the ones that I pick up, the newest ones that are raved about. And it's not my cup of tea. With that said, there are plenty of like YA contemporary romance even that I really love. It's just that I may have different tastes than other people. I'm not resentful of why I feel like people always like make everything very dramatic. Some stats that are fun. I looked at how many audiobook versus physical books versus ebooks I've been reading. And physical books, I read 46% physical, 33% audiobooks, and 21% ebooks. And the ebooks and audiobooks are mostly from my library or like Audible or something. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, actually, let me check exactly. 47% of the books that I've read were from my library. So I do complain about it a lot, but I still use it. So, you know, you make the best with what you have. That's just what it is. But yeah, I'm happy with those numbers. I definitely want to keep doing that. What are the stats that is interesting? Last year, male versus female author, 50% each. Was not planned. It's just what's been going on. I'm kind of happy because in the beginning of the year, I was noticing that I had way more male author than female author. And I think it's because I've been trying to read quite a few like older sci-fi and like fantasy. And the really popular ones that were on my list were all from men. So it kind of just happened that way. And I guess that without even noticing, I ended up like kind of balancing things up with newer books or just other books. So still happy with those numbers. As far as genre, I'm kind of shocked or shooked, but not really. Usually my main genre is fantasy, like way more fantasy than anything else. But so far this year, sci-fi is winning at 29%, and then fantasy is in second place at 21%. And then nonfiction, which surprised me, is my number 3 with 14%. And then we have, I tend to actually maybe number 3 should be, I tend to mix like thriller, horror, mystery. But we're just gonna put them next to each other. And they're like, in that order, 7%, 11%. So, but I also have some classics, 3%, and some historical fiction, which not my usual genre, 3%. So I think my reading taste is definitely all over the place. I didn't say contemporary, 7%. So as you can see, I read pretty much everything. It always makes me laugh when people say that I read this type or this type. It's like, I read pretty much everything, pretty much. Yeah, so just stats. It's fun. What's your usual genre? What recommendation do you get from me? Because I know a lot of people found me like last year whenever I was reading a bunch of thriller, horror, mystery during the fall. And then you realize that I don't read as much during the rest of the year, although I've read kind of a few still, but still. I just want to talk about stats. Next, I have the length of the books that I've been reading, and unsurprisingly, a majority of the books that I read are between 300 and 400 pages. I have quite a few that were between 200 and 300 simply because I read, again, a bunch of classic sci-fi. And every single one of them are pretty much that length. Because my goal this year, like I said, was to read big books. I was looking at why I had so many that were short, and that's it. It's classic, modern classics, and like sci-fi. Classic sci-fi mostly. So it all made sense. Like it wasn't like a bunch of books that I got just to like inflate my reading amount. So yeah, I have no issue with the books I've been picking up pretty much. And let's check which month I've read the most. It was definitely May. Definitely May. I did like 25% of my reading in 1 month. Crazy. I was just like flying through books one after the other. Read a bunch of audiobooks that month too. I think it's all that like spring cleaning. I had to listen to something. So it happened. And so far my worst reading month was February, which I guess is the shortest month of the year, so I'm okay with it. So those are all my stats and how things are going reading wise. How is your year going? Did you have any specific goals this year? Are you doing well? Better than me. But yeah, for the rest of the year, I do want to read more science nonfiction. I want to definitely hit my goal of big books for the month and also the total. I'm hoping to do at least one readathon and to read more of those top 18 books and hopefully finish more series. I think that out of all the goals that I have, those are the ones I really want to focus on, and otherwise I think I'm doing fairly well. I'm not super strict generally speaking about my goals, but I think things overall are doing okay. At first whenever I looked at my stats, I was like, yeah, I'm failing at this. But you know what? It's okay. Reading is fun and it should stay fun. And I'm not doing too bad. Just a little. So it's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss any future videos. I will be putting on the screen the videos that I've done that I recommend you check out. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.